Well, we get to watch like what happens like on the Senate floor as like they do, but you wonder how other people are experiencing it who are like, but right like what's basically I looks like is going to be denounced and discussed is like, but that was going to happen anyway, right? Oh, we will to reopen it'll be about trying to, you know, if they succeed at something, it says it's going to be like to reopen the government and raise the debt ceiling. But wait, we'll follow along. I mean, this is what we were trying to do was get like the Affordable Care Act in place and like health care for like little kids and elderly people who need to go to the doctor, and we're all in a national community, and certainly you and I care about that, right? But and also like we and then also the there was this issue of the debt ceiling, and then right, I mean, one issue would be like debt keeps going up, or change that. Well, what's happened is right because the entire our entire it's like the entire our political class is hostage to foreign interests. Okay, so this all played out until the government shut down and they're about to default on the debt, which is like catastrophic. Looks like they may be able to reopen the government and raise the debt ceiling. But that's I mean that won't that's a relief if that happens. But I mean right if you did but what about getting health care, and what about the fact that the debt is going to keep going up? Well, no, there's nothing anyone can do about that. So better to even the conspiracy theory, but better that there was a big crisis where we almost defaulted on the debt and closed the government, and then it's just like a relief if they reopen the government and raise the debt ceiling. And you forget how you forget what they were trying to do. They're hostage to foreign financial interests at this point. What are they saying? I mean, I don't know what to do.
Speaker Boehner, he shouts you out at press conferences from time to time. You know the man. What is the spin here from Boehner's office? How do they characterize this as anything other than a debacle?
Well, obviously they know what happened last night was terrible for them, and they were upset about that. Make no mistake. But I think the interesting thing here, and it's kind of the perverse logic of all of this, is that John Boehner has actually improved his standing with the very people who did not trust him within his conference. So what you're going to sort of see now is Raul Labrador's.
So then, well, the news from the Senate floor is it has to do with three things. Like one, it has to do with like what how the speaker like the one party like how he feels, and also like how he's helping to change the feelings of the other. Everyone is sort of like, is everyone emotionally like cooled off, and then also like how they're gonna frame what they say, like do they sort of have the message crafted rightly, and like how does he feel, and like has he been able to does everyone feel okay, or is the sort of the has it cooled off emotionally, like what they were like is everyone, have they calmed down? And now that they've calmed down, like how will they frame what's happening in a way that doesn't alienate any of the gigantic mass of people that vote for one party or the other? So it's about like framing the issue, and it has a lot to do with like how does he feel, and how do others in the Senate feel about the speaker? Like they're sort of sorting that out. It's but right, no.